Peri Gimel Halacha Zayin. Chamisha Ein Anikroim Minim. There are five that are called Minim. Minim are apostates of a certain type, and we're going to try to keep it in order. We'll go down to the Peirush at the bottom. Rambam says Chamisha Ein Anikroim Minim. Why? Because they deny the five basic precepts of faith. The first five of the 13, sorry. And they have no portion of the world to come, as in Rosh Hashanah, as we learned earlier. Now, the censor, they used to censor the shasen, and minim means, Rashi says, minim means the people who are students of that person, meaning of JC, who changed he basically tried to create a New Testament. The first type of a min is somebody who says that there is no God and the world has no force that is causing it to exist. And that's what we say in the Animamin, I believe, that Hashem created the world, and not only created them, but He continues to direct everything that happens. And He alone does, and will do everything that occurs. And we'll turn the page. And somebody who says that there is a force that controls the world, but there's more than one. That's the second of the two, and it says, I believe that Hashem is alone, there's nothing else other than Him, and He alone is Lord of all that was, is, and will be. We'll turn the page. And somebody who says that there is one God, but there is a physical aspect or a something that man can conceive of and to God, and this is the third of the 13 precepts. I believe that God has no physical being, and no physical being can comprehend God, and there's no way to imagine what God is. We turn the page. And so someone who says that He's not the first of all and the one who created everything. The Kesef Mishnah explains that he believes in the first three things, that there's a God, only one God, has no physical substance concept to Him, but he feels that there's something that preceded HaKadosh Baruch Hu that created the world. Ravid explains, Ka'oisoi, as we find in the Medrash in Bereshis, your God is very great, and He's in a sense either a sculptor or a painter, but He found the ingredients there already. Gedolim, what are they? Toyu v'avoyu, v'choshech v'ruach v'mayim, as I mentioned in Bereshis, that's toyu v'avoyu, and darkness and wind and water, and from them He made what umehem also masher also, but that was there before Him. The Kesef Mishnah says that this type of a min believes in the first three, but that he's not the first. That the concept of creating something from nothing, that God did not do, and therefore he wants to say that God took what was in the world and created from that. That's the fourth of the Animamins. I believe that He precedes everything, and ultimately, when there is no world, He will continue to exist, and He is the Achron. Somebody who serves stars, or mazel, or astrology, other than HaKadosh Baruch Hu, in order, he believes in God, but he feels he needs an intermediary between him and God. And this is something new, and this is the fifth of the five. I believe that a person has to believe that you can only pray to Hashem. You can't pray to others. This is the question of going to Tzaddik Tzion. Tzaddik, you're praying to Hashem, and you're hoping that your connection to the tzaddik will have influence for you before Hashem. But you're not praying to the tzaddik. You may be praying to the tzaddik to assist you in your prayers to Hashem. The Rambam continues, all of every one of these five is a min, because he denies one of or more of the 13 principles. Guess the Mishnah cites the Gemara in Avodah Zarah 26b. Min. The word min is somebody who serves idols. The Rambam is of the opinion that all of these are considered idol worshippers, because when you believe there's another strength other than Hashem, technically that's what serving an idol is. Halacha Mishnah asks the question, where does the Rambam know that these people have the rule of Avodah Zarah? And he explains that somebody who serves idols is somebody who accepts a power over him other than that of Hashem, Yisborach, and denies the uniqueness of God's ability. Elikus is the ability that God uses in this world. And these five deny that God is totally in charge. Therefore, they are included in Avodah Zarah. Peirush HaMeir in Sanhedrin, when he explains the fifth of the principles that one is not permitted to have an intermediary serve on his behalf. He concludes, the Rambam who wrote the Peirush HaMeir concludes, this is the fifth of the five principles regarding idol worship. And most of the Torah comes to warn us against this mistaken fallacy. So you see that all five are considered Avodah Zarah. And they're called min. So therefore the word min, if we're going to categorize it right now, means Avodah Zarah. Now we have to point out that the Rambam adds that other than those that we mentioned here, Haminim and Haim Oivdei Avodah Zarah Yisrael. He uses the Lashon of the Gemara that Avodah Zarah Yisrael is a min. Even the Eid Nevela or Love Shatnez, Lahachis Hareze min. So he adds another concept of min, which is denial of HaKadosh Baruch Hu in a sense, when you do something specifically forbidden because you want to show your position. The Kiryas Melech, Chaim Kanievsky Shlita, cites different places in the Gemara that are called where people are called min. So, we find in Yevomis somebody who says there's no God. Eil Aminim, it says in Tilim, Oma Novel Beliboy, Ein Elihim, somebody who is a novel and says there's no God. Also, there is a control over the world, but there are more than one. It's found in Sanhedrin that Aminim deny by saying that there's more than one control over the world. 3, somebody that says that God has a physical being to him is in Sanhedrin. It's called a koifer. Hagiga, we find he who believes that there is some way of feeling God, or that God actually sits on a throne in the physical sense, is a concept of minus. This is a wrong concept. We'll stop over here and we'll continue Mitzvah Shem in the next year.